Welcome everyone. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Hollywood. You'll be amazed by the list of celebrities who've aligned themselves with Republican ideals. Let's get started and uncover the untold side of Hollywood. Kid Rock might crank up the volume on stage, but offstage, his political views rock to the right as a proud Republican. You may remember Chuck Woolery from game shows, but few know he's been dealing out conservative values long after the final spin. The king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, wasn't just all shook up by fame. He held quiet but firm Republican beliefs. With charm and grit, Andy Garcia delivers powerful performances and holds strong conservative convictions to match. Charlie Daniels may have fiddled his way into our hearts, but politically, he marched to the Republican beat all his life. Legendary actor Robert Duvall doesn't just play strong characters on screen. He's long stood firm with Republican values off-screen. Known for playing tough guys, Robert Davi backs it up in real life as a vocal and dedicated conservative. ZZ Top frontman Billy Gibbons may have a beard as long as his guitar solos, but his political stance is clearly short and to the right. Punk icon Lee Ving may rage on stage, but when it comes to politics, he's solidly in the Republican corner. Guitarist Jeffrey Baxter isn't just a rock legend. He's also a Republican who once worked as a defense consultant for the Pentagon. From pop charts to Capitol Hill, Sonny Bono made the rare leap from entertainer to Republican congressman. Shock rock pioneer Alice Cooper might look like rebellion personified, but he proudly votes red under the makeup. Glamorous and bold, Heather Locklear keeps her conservative views just as strong as her on-screen presence. Rocker Sammy Hagar might not drive 55, but when it comes to politics, he leans right and keeps it steady. Bruce Willis has always played the hero, and off-screen, he's aligned himself with Republican ideals. Metal legend Dave Mustaine doesn't shy away from controversy, and his conservative beliefs strike just as loud as his music. Western star LQ Jones brought rugged grit to the screen and quietly stood tall as a lifelong Republican. Mel Gibson may stir headlines with his films and opinions, but behind the camera, he leans solidly conservative. Fearless and sharp-tongued, Joan Rivers didn't just roast celebrities. She proudly backed Republican values with style and sass. Reality TV star Heidi Montag shocked fans not just with drama, but with her strong, outspoken support for the GOP. Sylvester Stallone fought for justice on screen as Rambo, but in real life, his political punches land on the Republican side. Known for his surreal films, David Lynch is full of surprises, including his occasional conservative leanings. Jim Belushi brings laughs to the screen, but when it comes to politics, he plays it straight as a quiet Republican supporter. The voice of the 20th century, Frank Sinatra, didn't just swing with style. He also swayed politically to the right later in life. Aerosmith guitarist Joe Perry may wail on the stage, but offstage, his political riffs echo conservative tones. With a voice that shaped cinema, James Earl Jones surprised many with his Republican roots. Known as America's musical sweetheart, Shirley Jones quietly harmonized her personal beliefs with the Republican Party. From child star to U.S. diplomat, Shirley Temple's journey came full circle as a proud Republican representing American values abroad. Known for her scream queen roles, Shawnee Smith quietly backs a conservative script off camera. With his iconic mustache and calm authority, Tom Selleck has long stood as a Hollywood face with firm Republican roots. Stella Ward may light up the screen with elegance, but her political compass points right with quiet conviction. The mastermind behind Spider-Man and Evil Dead, Sam Raimi weaves his creativity with a conservative thread. Suave, stylish, and classic, Cary Grant wasn't just old Hollywood royalty. He was also a proud Republican in his time. Comedy king Tim Allen doesn't just bring the laughs. He's also known for cracking conservative jokes with a red state edge. A star from Hollywood's golden age, Mickey Rooney held tight to traditional values and conservative beliefs. Former First Lady Melania Trump brought grace to the White House while standing firm in Republican ideals. While known for her edgy TV roles, Laura Prepon surprised many with her quiet shift toward conservative thinking. Blue-collar comedy icon Larry the Cable Guy doesn't just get R done. He gets it done with a Republican mindset. Hollywood tough guy Kurt Russell doesn't just play independent roles. He lives it, proudly identifying with conservative and libertarian ideals. From supermodel to entrepreneur, Kathy Ireland has always kept her faith and conservative values in the spotlight. Best known as Bo Duke, John Schneider is a country boy at heart and a lifelong Republican in real life. If being a Republican sounds like Jeff Foxworthy's kind of joke, that's because he's been telling it from a red-leaning perspective for years. You might not expect it from the fast-talking tough guy, but Joe Pesci leans right in his personal politics. MASH star Jamie Farr brought humor to millions, but off-screen, he's aligned himself with traditional conservative values. One of the original Charlie's Angels, Jacqueline Smith, combines timeless elegance with a quietly conservative worldview. The Duke himself, John Wayne, stood tall as a symbol of American patriotism and proud Republican loyalty. Known for portraying Mark Twain, Hal Holbrook surprised many with his conservative leanings beneath the intellectual charm. A familiar face in television drama, Gerald McCraney is equally known for his strong Republican convictions. The ever-tanned and ever-suave George Hamilton keeps his style classic and his politics solidly Republican. From the Terminator to the Governor of California, Arnold Schwarzenegger flexed his muscle both on screen and in Republican politics. Known for her dramatic roles, Gail O'Grady quietly leans right when the cameras stop rolling. Heartthrob of the early 2000s, Freddie Prinze Jr. surprised fans with his subtle conservative stance behind the scenes. Best known as Paulie Walnuts on The Sopranos, Tony Sirico carried his tough guy persona into a real-life Republican mindset. From The Love Boat to Capitol Hill, Fred Grandy took his career from Hollywood to the House of Representatives as a proud Republican. Rock legend Ted Nugent doesn't hold back on stage or when passionately defending his conservative beliefs. The classic screen icon Gary Cooper was more than a Hollywood legend. He was a firm believer in Republican ideals during his era. Oscar-winning actor Jon Voight is as outspoken politically as he is powerful on screen, staunchly standing with the GOP. Known for his razor-sharp wit, James Woods has become one of the most vocal conservative actors in Hollywood. From Survivor to The View, Elizabeth Hasselbeck has never shied away from sharing her strong Republican voice. The tough NYPD detective on screen, Dennis Franz, has also been quietly aligned with conservative values in real life. NFL legend Tom Brady isn't just known for winning Super Bowls. He's also quietly backed conservative politics off the field. Rip Torn's intense roles reflected his bold persona, and that included a rarely discussed conservative streak. A 60s sweetheart and entertainer, Connie Stevens has long been a quiet supporter of Republican causes. This former Charlie's Angel added a touch of red to Hollywood with her support for conservative ideals. Known as the mom from Seventh Heaven, Catherine Hicks has also stood behind traditional values in real life. The original King of Hollywood, Clark Gable, carried his leading man charm into quietly conservative circles. Hollywood bombshell Jane Russell was as bold in her beliefs as she was on the silver screen, proudly Republican. From crime dramas to conservative commentary, Angie Harmon's off-screen values are as strong as her on-screen roles. Punk icon Johnny Ramone broke the mold as one of the few openly conservative figures in rock music. The laid-back funnyman Owen Wilson has quietly leaned right in a town known for leaning left. Known for his quick wit and dry humor, Vince Vaughn has also made headlines for standing by Republican principles. Never one to shy from controversy, Kanye West stunned fans by stepping into the political arena with his outspoken conservative views. Known for Fantasy Island and Star Trek, Ricardo Montalban brought elegance to both the screen and his strong traditional values. From dry comedy to economics, Ben Stein's Republican roots run deep. He even served in Nixon's administration. Best known as Superman, Dean Cain stands for truth, justice, and conservative values in real life too. Spinning the wheel by day, Pat Sajak has long voiced his right-leaning views behind the scenes. America's beloved crooner, Bing Crosby, serenaded audiences while quietly supporting Republican ideals throughout his career. The ever-charismatic Tony Danza, best known as TV's favorite housekeeper, has kept his conservative beliefs steady over the years. From Happy Days to the campaign trail, Scott Baio has become one of Hollywood's most vocal Republican voices. The former Hercules star is as bold in real life as he is on screen, often speaking out as a committed conservative. The Oscar-winning director behind Amadeus and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest brought a uniquely critical eye and conservative stance to Hollywood. As the daughter of Donald Trump, Ivanka Trump has remained closely aligned with Republican ideals and policy efforts. Supermodel Cindy Crawford has walked global runways and more quietly leaned toward conservative political circles. While making America laugh, Drew Carey has also backed Republican ideals behind the scenes. Known for her strong on-screen roles, Patricia Heaton proudly supports her conservative values in real life. A comedy legend, Jackie Mason didn't just break barriers with his humor. He also stood firm as a Republican in liberal Hollywood. The iconic 10-star Bo Derek has kept her beauty and conservative beliefs in the spotlight for decades. Behind Frasier's wit is Kelsey Grammer's steadfast support for Republican causes. Dennis Miller went from Saturday Night Live to right-leaning political commentary without missing a beat. A Hollywood tough guy on screen and a traditional conservative off it, Ernest Borgnine was proud of both roles. Though famously private, Denzel Washington has hinted at traditional, conservative values that have surprised many fans. From teenage witch to proud conservative, Melissa Joan Hart has never shied away from her beliefs. As the original Buffy, Kristy Swanson made headlines for slaying vampires and for standing firm as a Republican in Hollywood. Award-winning actor Ron Silver made waves not only on screen, but also with his bold shift to conservative politics after 9/11. Olympian-turned-media icon Caitlyn Jenner has stood out in Hollywood for embracing Republican ideals in the public eye. Beloved Jeopardy! Host Alex Trebek kept politics low-key, but quietly leaned right in his personal values. Rock legend John Simmons of Kiss has never held back about his support for capitalism and conservative principles. From clueless to conservative commentator, Stacey Dash shocked Hollywood with her outspoken Republican stance. Larger-than-life performer Meat Loaf didn't just sing power ballads. He also voiced strong support for the GOP. Known for his wild roles, Dennis Hopper surprised fans by switching lanes politically and voting Republican later in life. Never one to bite her tongue, Roseanne Barr has stirred headlines with her fiery and unapologetic conservative views. Heartthrob Dennis Quaid has spoken openly about his faith and his turn toward Republican politics. Grey's Anatomy star Isaiah Washington made headlines not just for his acting, but also for his move away from Hollywood liberalism. Known for his loud, brash personality, Michael Rappaport shocked many when he expressed views more aligned with the right than the left. Cheers star John Ratzenberger's rugged charm extends off-screen, where he's a vocal supporter of conservative values. Political pundit Meghan McCain carries on her family's legacy with her unapologetic Republican views. Hollywood legend William Holden may have captivated audiences with his silver screen charisma, but his political leanings leaned strongly to the right. From the A-Team to political opinions, George Peppard's tough guy persona included a strong conservative stance. Singer-actress Katharine McPhee hasn't just made her mark in music and TV, she's also shown her conservative inclinations in Hollywood. TV host and commentator Tomi Lahren has been unapologetically outspoken in her conservative views, becoming a firebrand for many. Known for her acting and writing, Susan Howard used her platform to support conservative causes over the years. While known for his knockout punches, Mike Tyson has also thrown his support behind Republican values later in life. An iconic figure in Hollywood and an outspoken political activist, Charlton Heston championed conservative causes until his passing. From My Three Sons to conservative ideals, Fred MacMurray was a beloved actor who stayed true to his right-leaning views. The MyPillow CEO, Mike Lindell, turned his success into a platform for voicing strong support for conservative causes. Actress and producer Jennifer Love Hewitt has kept her political views relatively private, but is known to lean conservative in her personal life. The former O'Reilly Factor host, Bill O'Reilly, built his empire on unapologetically conservative commentary. TV host Laura Ingraham has spent years championing right-wing views, making her one of the most prominent conservative voices in media. Action star Chuck Norris isn't just a martial arts legend, he's a longtime Republican and advocate for conservative causes. Known for his Two and a Half Men role, Jon Cryer's personal politics lean more to the left, but he's occasionally shown support for some Republican stances. Actress Chelsea Noble has kept her conservative beliefs clear, often aligning with Republican principles in her personal life. The bold and the beautiful star Hunter Tylo has stayed out of political controversies, but has voiced support for traditional, conservative values. Comedy legend Bob Hope blended laughter with patriotism, supporting conservative ideals throughout his long and celebrated career. Best known for his Gomer Pyle character, Jim Nabors quietly supported Republican candidates during his later years. As one of the most influential conservative commentators, Tucker Carlson has become a dominant voice in political media. From the A-Team to right-wing punditry, Dwight Schultz has never shied away from his strong conservative opinions. Broadcaster and model Leanne Tweeden isn't shy about voicing her conservative beliefs, making her a strong Republican voice in the entertainment world. The beloved Mr. Smith goes to Washington star James Stewart took his patriotic roles seriously, supporting Republican values throughout his life. Known as America's oldest teenager, Dick Clark's career spanned generations, and though he kept a low political profile, he had conservative leanings. Actor Craig T. Nelson, famous for Coach, has been outspoken about his Republican views, especially in regards to government and social issues. Northern Exposure star Janine Turner is a strong advocate for conservative values and has used her platform to support Republican causes. Singer and actress Jessica Simpson has largely kept her political views private, but has made statements that align with conservative ideals. The legendary actor James Caan was known for his tough guy roles and his quiet but firm Republican stances on various political issues. The 40th U.S. President, Ronald Reagan, is one of the most iconic figures in Republican history, inspiring generations with his vision for America. Comedian and actor Bill Engvall isn't just known for his humor, he's also a vocal supporter of conservative views and a proud Republican. Actor Tom Berenger, known for Platoon and Sniper, has voiced support for right-wing values throughout his career. From Forrest Gump to advocacy for veterans, Gary Sinise is a proud conservative who stands strong in his support for Republican policies. Actress and martial artist Gina Carano is a fierce advocate for conservative ideals, often sharing her views on freedom and personal liberty. The legendary actor Glenn Ford, known for his iconic roles in Hollywood, supported conservative political views during his lifetime. While Adam Sandler is known for his comedic roles, he has occasionally expressed conservative leanings, especially in his political views on freedom and family. The iconic actor and director Clint Eastwood, famous for his tough guy roles, has always been a vocal supporter of conservative values in Hollywood and beyond. As the 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump became a polarizing figure, known for his unapologetic support of conservative policies. If this video opened your eyes or made you rethink the stars you thought you knew, be sure to hit that like button, share with your friends, and subscribe for more videos. Until next time, keep questioning, keep watching, and as always, thanks for joining us.